today a very quick, simple recipe demo. You can use it as a demo at your live shows. You can use it if you go live in your virtual parties. Most of these tools come with your new consultant kit, so it's a great recipe that's going to show a variety of products, including the manual food processor. So it's just a great, simple, and if you're trying to break from virtual into cooking, this is a great way to do it. It's going to simplify everything for you and super easy. So here's what I would say. I just want to tell you a little bit about my friend, Manuel. Yes, I named my manual food processor because when you use a product as much as I do with this guy, he kind of becomes your sous chef. So meet Manuel, our manual food processor. Here's what I love about Manuel. He doesn't slide across the countertop when I'm trying to chop anything. And speaking of chopping, anybody else steer clear of knives? Big knives scare me. I'm the only one in this room. I would avoid a knife at all costs if I could. So needless to say, this manual food processor just definitely fits my bill. I reach for it for everything. You can do single ingredients in here, or you can continue to chop and combine for something like our salsa recipe. And let me tell you, if you haven't had fresh salsa, try it. You will never buy the jarred stuff again. It is so easy. So again, doesn't slip across the countertop. This 3-blade design is about as efficient and as close to an electrical food processor as you're going to get with a manual food processor. So that's fantastic. This nice compact size means I can take it with me. So if I'm going to a friend's house for a party, or we're tailgating for a football game, this can come right along. And then afterwards, oh, I left my lid back there. Afterwards, you can put the lid on it to save it and store it. So, when you're using the manual food processor and you're continuing to mix and combine, the things that you want to do is you want to start with your harder ingredients first. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of onion here that I've already kind of quartered. Now here's a little tip for your onion. You just want a small onion, but this was the smallest one I could find in the grocery store, so I'm going to save it. Anytime you have a vegetable that you're going to only use a part of, keep the root or as much of the seeds intact as possible, and that way it'll stay fresher a little bit longer for you. If you like a lot of onion, use a little bit more. If you don't like much onion, just a little bit or skip it. A couple of pumps will give me a nice coarse salsa. If I continue to chop it, it'll make it nice and fine. So that's perfect for trying to sneak those vegetables into your children's dinners. Anybody try to do that? Chop up your broccoli real fine, throw it in the spaghetti. So we have our onion chopped. Next, I'm going to use a little bit of cilantro. This is a great recipe because you don't need to measure anything. If you like a lot of cilantro, use a lot of cilantro. If you hate cilantro, because it is one of those herbs that people either love it or hate it, then skip it. It's all up to you. I personally love cilantro, so we're going to put a lot in there. More for me, thank you. The next thing I'm going to add is a little bit of garlic. So I recently learned when you shop for your garlic, you want to shop for it like you want to shop for your husband's underwear. White and tight. And go ahead.
A little hairy.
A little hairy. You're never going to forget that tip, are you? So I could, if I wanted to, go ahead and peel the garlic and put the cloves in there, and it would have a nice mild flavor of garlic. I personally like a lot of garlic flavor, so I'm going to press my garlic. It means two things. I don't have to touch the garlic because I don't have to peel it first. So I'm going to put those cloves right in there, and then I'm going to press it in here. And by pressing it, maybe, there we go, it actually releases more oils, and you're going to get a bolder garlic flavor from that. And then we've got this nice little Barbie tool here, or Barbie brush tool.
I got caught in that.
I know, it's very short. Barbie got a little rough with her hairbrush here. And then you use the tool to clean it out right there. Everything goes into the dishwasher. never have to touch the garlic. Moving on, we're gonna do some jalapeno. Now, Sarah already told you a little bit about, we talked a little bit about the knives already and how great they are. But here's another thing that I want to tell you. I never knew what a good knife meant until I got one in my new consultant kit. I went around slicing everything I could find for like an entire day. Everything sliced like butter. I didn't know that you didn't have to saw at it or poke it or stab it, right? So love these knives. With the jalapeno, if you love some heat, leave the seeds in. Me, I'm a little more wimpy when it comes to that, so I'm gonna use our core and more and just wipe those seeds out, quarter the jalapeno, throw it right in there. Who likes it hot? Who likes it?
Oh, I like it hot. Hot.
Drop it like that. Oh, it is. Goes right in there. Next thing I'm going to do is our lime. Now, when you shop for your limes, your juicier limes are going to be the limes that are actually a little uglier. They're going to have some brown spots maybe on them, but they're also going to have a nice smooth skin to them. And that's how you're going to know that you have the juicier limes and you don't have to sit there and roll it across the counter. And then anybody ever tried to like juice a lime with your hand? Like nothing, right? And sometimes limes are expensive depending on the season. You want every last little bit of juice out of that lime. So you're going to put it flesh side down into our citrus press right here. And then just give it a nice little squeeze and look at all of that. That's after I hand
second squeeze.
That's after I hand squeezed it. Did you guys see that? Yeah. Amazing, right? I love doing parties where the guys are there because I do have the guys squeeze one by hand and then let the ladies use the citrus press. Lots of lime. And then we're going to go ahead and give this a nice little, this is where you do your little dance. You can do it right-handed, you can twist it around, you can do it left-handed. Whatever floats your boat. You can get the kids involved. If you've had a really bad day at work, you can just come home and just press away. And then I'm going to put our tomatoes in. Now the tomatoes, I'm going to do kind of a little bit at a time just to make it easier. Can you guys hear me over the chopping?
Yeah.
All right. If you'll notice, I already rinsed our tomatoes here in our easy read measure cup.
Way to help you.
Whoa. I know, I was kind of afraid it was going to cave in.
Yeah, you might not do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, our grapes are going to, we'll finish this later. But you get the idea. So we're just going to keep on chopping until our tomatoes are nice and chopped. This easy read measure calendar is perfect. If you just need a handful of grapes or a handful of tomatoes or maybe a cup of blueberries, you can measure it right in here, rinse it, and then I like, if you have a divider in your sink, I like to just rest it on that little divider and let it finish draining until I need it. Perfect. So that, and then last but not least, a little bit of seasoning. Again, flavor it how you want it. If I had forgotten, or I forgot my salt and pepper grinder, but if I had my salt and pepper grinder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of our chipotle rub gives it a nice little smoky flavor. With our salt and pepper grinders, here's a couple of great things to pass on. We have the highest quality ceramic disc you can find in a grinder. It needs two things for us. It means that you can grind, if you can fit it in there, you can grind it. So cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, any of those. If you can fit it in there, you can grind it. The second thing it means is that you're not grinding off more than you bargained for. Next time you go to a restaurant, look under that grinder before you let them grind it over your food. You'll be surprised how the stainless corrodes from the salt. So I just saved you guys. All right, so that is our manual food processor, and can you believe our hosts this month are getting this 60% off? It's amazing, right? So, who's ready for fresh salsa?
Yeah!
Woo!